And we are live. GM Adrian.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Okay.
And by happy, I mean, I don't know what I mean by that.
I don't know what I mean. I have no idea. Yeah, so we're going to get into all the things. We'll explain the backgrounds, but I think you'll figure it out in a minute. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weekend. It's going to be a bit of a day. So buckle up. We got some interesting things, and we also have some happy things. So
this week is going to be a really good week. And
it's going to be a great week.
We try not to do price talk on our show, but sometimes we can't avoid it. So buckle up, people.
Buckle up, everybody. And here we go. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. So yeah. So this Tariffcaster, GM Tariffcaster. Yep. This is where we're at today. So welcome everybody. We're in a bit of a free fall at the moment, but I don't know. I think we may have hit I don't even want to say it, but I think we might have hit a little bottom here in crypto, but it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
AM Eastern. What happens on the weekend? Markets close. The crypto market never does. So
never does.
When you need to liquidate, and there's only one thing you can liquidate, guess who goes first?
So we get to go first now all the time. It's really fun. So that is what happened this weekend, and it's really funny because Friday, for some reason, I went, I should sell a little bit right now. I don't feel like it's going to go up much more in the really near future. Maybe I'll just sell a little bit. And for the first time ever, I actually listened to myself. So I'm like, oh, thank God I did that.
Wow.
That was like
people
Friday.
Like copy trade you?
Don't copy trade me, except this time it might have been good. Because I pay my bills with what I earn in ETH. So like, there's a little bit of like, I was like, I feel like I need some cash on hand right now. I feel like things are feeling a little So I'm like, I'm gonna sell a little bit, and I am so glad I did. Oh my God. So glad I did.
I've been onboarding my kids to Farcaster.
Yes.
And they've been winning some Warpcast rewards in USD, and it's hanging out in their wallet. So when ETH dropped down to like 3,000, I was like, you guys should really move your funds from USDC into ETH. I still stand behind this.
I think you were right.
Luckily, they're not in the habit of checking their wallet every day. I'm like, just last week they have.
Oh God, I've done that too before when I've given away things. Oh yes, your hoodie is really
shout out for my based hoodie. Thank you.
Hoodie.
SGNI Wider. We still don't know how to say. I know.
Sig Wider.
Yeah.
I'm calling him Sig Wider.
Sig Wider. All right.
I don't know.
By the way, if you haven't seen the back of the hoodie, it's like a whole ape gangy thing.
It's really cute. I forgot about that on the back. Love it. All right, so let's dive in. Hey CJ. So this is what's been happening this weekend. It's been a really good time.
How cute is that penguin though?
Really, like for every mood, there's a penguin. Except there is no Groundhog Day penguin GIF. I had to use a different Groundhog Day GIF yesterday. I figured that out as I was prepping this week, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. Found a hole in the GIF game. But yeah, this felt very appropriate today because I'm not seeing the up in sight. So here we go. So for real, new record more than the COVID dump and the FTX dump. This was 2.3 billion liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in 24 hours, in the past 24 hours. That is crazy. And 12 hours ago, we hit that billion mark. So things are moving quickly. So it's been a little crazy. I love this. Pentagon, hexagon, octagon, portfolio gone. Thank you, Android 16. That feels right. Feels right. So I appreciate that people can laugh when this kind of thing happens. ETH poised for 8,000 breakout year, according to analyst Punxsutawney Phil. That was from Christopher. Somebody else said, apparently we saw a crypto winter when Punxsutawney Phil came out of his little hole. Also, good idea to put your phone on DND. Me on base here with the, but what if it with what looks like a text message? But what if this time we never go back down again? It's different this time. And I asked her if this is from her parents, who she convinced to buy some fart coin, So all those people that you told to like buy things, just ignore them for the next week, because they're going to come out of the woodwork and be like, you told me. Nope, I didn't. I think I said NFA. I'm pretty sure I said don't copy trade me. So this is my new favorite GIF, the buy the dip with what? Because we've been buying dips for like the past couple of years here. And then thank you, SwampNet, for your take on the buy the dip. Which one? Depending on which dip you like, either your queso or your French onion dip. So that was funny. And and then this from Brad Q, who's been doing 29 seconds of Farcaster news on Mondays lately, and it's been super helpful. So 29 seconds of Farcaster. What did you miss this weekend? The hangover started early as the Degen band vibes carried into Friday night and Saturday. We did get some thoughtful, positive sum posts led by Abundance. I did see Trevor out there too. DWR.eth got everyone excited for next week and then posted his first ITAP. Coincidence? I don't think it's his first, but maybe. In rewards news, SwampNet quit her job and stopped eating and sleeping to commit to staying in the top 5. Yo-Yo app made a brief appearance, but as quickly as it appeared, it seemed to disappear from site and feeds. Ooh, that's sad. In a twist, mostly I think it's because everybody stopped buying things because they started selling things. Not really your fault, Yo-Yo app, just bad timing. In a twist, the most NBA talk on FC took place as the Lakers got a top 5 player for a unibrow, some Ozempic banger post by Garrett comparing Luka to James Corden, and David T. Fung wasn't laughing. It was a little slower than normal, which says something, but it was still a fun weekend for the FC Network State casual hang. Late breaking Sunday night news. Everybody sold everything. And now start your day with us. Great little wrap up there. It's messy out there. I also appreciated these prayers. There was a couple of things you might want to just write down for tonight when you go to sleep later. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my bags to keep. If they should dump before I wake, I pray the Lord my coins to unstake. Not bad. And then this from Cassie. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my bags to keep. Please KOLs tweet through the night and pump my bags till morning light. So not bad. Not bad, guys. Meanwhile, what? One parenthesis, what? It was like, oh my God.
Meanwhile, I was hoping you'd have an explanation.
Meanwhile, on the Grammys red carpet, we see this. This is Joy Vila, who I am not that familiar with, but apparently folks on in the MAGA world are familiar with her. And she showed up on the Grammys red carpet wearing a hat that says "The hat stays on," and with a whiff. I don't know if we call this a necklace. It kind of looked like almost like a purse if she did a crossbody there. I don't know what it is. But it's dog whiff hat, like around her neck. So for those of you who are just listening to this on audio, please go take a look, because it's really something you need to see for yourself. Because what? Yeah. So thoughts? Is this bullish, bearish, based on the market? Maybe this is what caused the markets to dump last night.
I don't know what to say. She looks really happy.
She does look very happy. I mean, and I like the dress. The dress is lovely. It's just surprising.
I guess if I was going to the Grammys, I'd want to make a statement too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, certainly got a lot of attention. Like, for sure.
Forecast. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I guess we could critique her outfit. I don't know. Like, I don't love the color combos.
Yeah.
I don't like the pink hat and the dog with the yellow dress and the red hat. I don't know.
I like the dress though. I think the dress is nice.
The dress
and
is
also,
fine. The accessories are a little.
I mean, I think this might be new. The new approach now on the red carpet will be, what meme coin are you wearing? As opposed to, who are you wearing? It'll be, what meme coin are you wearing moving forward? Her dress looks like a pizza dough ad. That's funny. Okay. I mean, there you go. All right, moving on.
But I didn't know who this was, so
yeah.
now
we know.
And
now we know.
And
yes.
and the hat we're referring to, I guess, is not a purple top hat, but
no, it is not.
MAGA hat, I guess.
It appears to be a take on a MAGA hat. But
I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
But the hat.
Well, listen,
yeah.
you know how I feel about like tribalism and religion. Like, just tone it down, people.
A little bit. But it was, I mean, it definitely got attention. It got my attention. I was like, what in the world is happening?
It's great.
So there we go. Hey, good for attention. This was from our friend, I'm going to try to say it, Euler Lagrange, with some news. So we had some happy news, some interesting news. I have some optimistic news in opacity land. ACHAD, I think it's ACHAD, launched his consumer DeFi app to give people access to non-predatory payday loans, payroll advancing. Hit number 5 in the App Store, and then he said it was number 3. It actually had gone up while he was posting this. So very interesting. So this was a recast of this. We have reached a huge milestone in our quest to fix the internet. We pushed something through that actually solves a problem for people. The consumer era is upon us. So very cool. Go take a look. So that's amazing. And yeah, so congrats there. That's really good direction to be going in. A lot of people are going to be needing some loans this week too, so your timing might be great. Oh boy. This from all the names today. Holly, I think is what we decided it was. Holly. GM sharing some new updates in Recaster. Geez, I mean, and Adrian, I don't know why our bot can't tell the names. Like when we start to ask it to search things. I mean, sorry, that's pretty much my fault. GM sharing some new updates in Recaster support Farcaster auth in Frames v2 and future sign in with Farcaster. The import recovery phrase feature has been implemented. The recovery phrase is encrypted and stored only on your device. New users without a Farcaster account can first authenticate via Apple and create an account for free. The fee is covered by leftover free invites from Newcaster. Warpcast labels are also supported and can be clearly seen in the user stats tab. Recaster will be another independent Farcaster client in 2025. Very cool. So go check that out, and might be another good option for onboarding for people that it's a little simpler. This from Jacek. Okay, so there's been a lot of drama. Let me level set here so that we know where we're at with Degen. So Degen claim ended. There was a lot of, they had, Jacek and team had done some bans for folks who had been essentially violating the rules and the ethos of the way Jacek wants Degen to work. There was a lot of people upset because they felt like, it's one thing when you lay out the rules ahead of time, but if you're changing, it felt like a change to them and it wasn't clear. Some of them felt like they were following the rules that were set out before them. So there was a lot of controversy. And some people started saying they were taking off their hat. So that's where we're at with this. This is from Jacek, replying to Ailmac, and Ailmac had said, "I officially hand over my hat with much pain, but my confidence has been greatly damaged. Sad because Degen meant a lot to me, but I have been treated like a criminal after investing a large amount of money in the project." So don't know the validity of any of that, just reading what Jacek is responding to. So Jacek had said, "I've worked 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week on Degen for the past year, even through my honeymoon and holidays. I'm not asking for thanks, but if you're taking your hat off now, it probably was never truly on. The real Degens are here for the long haul." So that's kind of what the split is happening right now. Is you have folks who are very upset and saying, "That's it. I'm selling everything and I'm out." And then you have some other folks who are standing by Jacek and just, appreciating what he's done up to this point. So yeah, I mean, I can see both sides because we know some folks who have gotten banned, who, but again, I don't know all the details. So I don't want to say they shouldn't have been banned because I don't know. This isn't my project. But a little sad. And then the other side of this is Jacek's project. It's his rules. It's his game, his rules, and I think that for anyone's project. So like I would say that about anyone. If it's your project, if you're the founder, if you created it, it's your call. Period.
Yeah.
And also, the airdrops are free. Like, they're sad, you know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there you go. But I think that maybe there needs to be there could have been a different approach. I think it could have changed it with the next cycle. So I think maybe that was maybe a misstep there, but I also don't know all the details, so I'm not going to fully, throw them under the bus kind of thing. Thoughts?
Well, I don't know if we can point to like a million successful meme coin launches that
Right.
sustain the test of time. Like
Right.
shit is hard.
That sustained the test of a week.
Yeah.
They usually don't last more than 5 days.
My Oive token that I launched last week completely tanked.
I'm shocked.
I can't. Anyway, so Jacek is doxxed. He's pretty transparent. Like, you got to do some work to, I think, to get into his head, but he's not sharing. So he's on podcasts. He's been on ours 3 times, but he's, and I think he's made it clear he's really trying to build something for the long haul. So I think it's easy to do something fast. And anytime you're going to kind of change up rules, like there's going to be kind of the false negatives and the false positives. And in social media, people can get outraged quickly. So I think he's working on hard mode. You're not going to please everybody, but I totally agree. It's his call. And if you were there for, the good times and not for the bad, if you don't believe in kind of his longer term vision, maybe not a project for you.
Yeah. And I like I said, I can see both sides of this. I think there probably could have been a little different approach to kind of level set at the beginning of a month rather than right before the claim is happening. Like that to me feels like maybe a misstep, but no, in general, I don't think it's overall, I don't think it's a misstep. So,
and I'll say for me, like I have a large allocation of Degen from kind of the first airdrop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a full supporter of like all of the Farcaster native projects. I think Jacek is a like phenomenal dude. So I'm kind of a fan, but I'm not super Degen myself.
Right.
So to Siege anyway, so to Siege's point, CJ, I still don't know how to claim Degen. If you're kind of a little tangential, I know like the rules are changing all the time, the different seasons. It's a little harder to I think know exactly what the rules are. I recently staked, or locked? I locked up some Degen so I could get back in the tipping game. Hey, it's been fun, by the way. I
It
was
is
like,
fun.
right. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier.
I enjoy it.
But then I remember seeing like, well, then you have to be careful if you're tipping. It was like if you're tipping the same person 15 times in a season, then you're
Right.
banned. Like I remember hearing that. I didn't see that on an official rule somewhere, or just kind of like in the back of. So I feel like I might be tipping the same. Like, I don't know, am I going to get caught up? So I think there's just for the casual observer, maybe there's some critique that the rules aren't super transparent. Like, they're out there. And maybe that's the point, is if they're supposed to be super transparent, it gets hard to
Yeah. Well,
ease
and
the
I
I
get,
don't know.
yeah, I get that he's trying to manage that. Like if you put too much out there about how to, I don't know, how to play this game, then people are going to always try and bend those rules and find ways around it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I think there was definitely there could have been some better communication is what I feel like, but I don't know. We'll see.
But
Yeah.
wish
And
wish everyone the best,
yeah.
because it's so degen.tips for the claim.
Yep.
And then by the way, so
And you do need to yes, you do need to claim it each month or you will lose it. Like it does expire at a certain point. So make sure you're claiming for sure.
if you use a Rainbow wallet, they
Yes.
have claimables now, so it shows
Yep.
up. And same with Super. So if you use Supercast, that we don't call it
Yes.
Supercast
Yep.
anymore, it's just Super.
Super.
So Woja's client has also like
Yep.
you can claim from within there too.
So if you have either one of those, it's even easier to claim than on
Don't ask me how to bridge. I don't know.
Tips. Yeah, that there's information in the Degen channel about all of that. About bridging and not bridging, or there's bridging and there's swapping. There's different ways to do it if you want to move it back to base. People are usually happy. Very true.
Oh, I meant to hit this.
Very true.
You can't win. The loudest people are always critical.
Yeah. And then the quiet people are always, they're usually happy. It's true. A few other things happening that we've seen on the timeline. Uniswap V4 is here. Users can LP on V4 through the Uniswap web app, and swapping is rolling out over the coming days on web and wallet as liquidity migrates to V4. Live on Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, OP Mainnet, Base, BNB Chain, Blast, World Chain, Avalanche, and Zora Network. So we've been on V2 and V3. V3 has been the latest. So what I did learn, which I think was interesting, some of the liquidity pools for older coins might be on older versions, and that's where sometimes that happens. So you have to just be aware. So it'll take a little bit of time before liquidity moves over to V4 as new things come out. I think Proxy mentioned they were working on something with the V4. So you'll start to see more people incorporate Uniswap V4 soon. So just be aware of that. This was amazing. Kecker's onboarded JC4P here, and within 24 hours, 24 hours on Warpcast, and he upgraded his game to have a leaderboard that pays out tokens. So he created a frame and a game that happened, like he did all this within like 24 hours of being here. So good onboarding, Keckers. Fun little game that you can play, and go check it out. I didn't even realize there was customizable colors. Whoops, come on. So that's pretty amazing.
Are you playing this, or is this
I'm
a
literally
demo game?
playing it. No, I'm playing it. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, really fun. Go check it out.
If you're not building frames the day you onboard, what a loser you are.
I know. What are you doing here?
I've been here 2 years. I haven't built a frame.
I know. That was impressive. So well done. Good onboarding, and well done and welcome. This from Emma. I will never take it for granted that I can personally ask 50 plus people from Farcaster for feedback on anything I'm building, and I will get genuine, thoughtful, honest feedback every single time, and quickly too, since we're always online. And that to me is is something that not everyone appreciates. That if you are building something, getting people to use it is sometimes one of the hardest things to do. And what I've seen over and over again is the willingness of these early adopters we find here in Farcaster to just try anything. So really can't stress that enough. Like that is so true. And speaking of, if I can find it, this was casted a couple days ago. Looking for beta testers to help test out the new Warpcast wallet. Reply if you have time today to transfer some funds on base, test swapping a few different assets, except there's been no testing yet. So I did respond to this. I was excited to test it out. Not yet. So there must have been some issues that they had to work through. So we're not
Did you
quite
get
there yet.
invited to like a secret group chat with V
There's
and
a
other
secret.
testers?
Yes. I'm in a secret group chat. Yes. Very exciting.
Wow.
But nothing's happening yet. But I'm excited for when it does. But
The
kind of
Warpcast
fun.
wallet is the least best kept secret I've ever seen.
I know. I know. But I still don't know exactly what it's doing and how it's working. And like, is it, a whole separate wallet? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm very excited to find out. So more to come. And plus we will have this week, we do have DWR coming on Thursday. So we should just mention all these things right now before I forget. So DWR will be on with us at noon on Thursday. And what the heck? I totally just found like the stupidest spelling error ever. That should say
Noonan?
Thursday, not noon and noon. It should say Thursday. I don't know.
I saw it and I saw it and I loved it so much.
Oh my God, what is wrong with me? And I gotta go fix that. Wednesday is noon. It's everywhere too. I put this freaking image everywhere now, so that's great. Good times. And then Wednesday we have Luca Nets from Pudgy Penguins coming on. So very excited about that. Okay. Heck over here. So funny. So back to our regular scheduled Noonan. Farcaster has NYC energy. Great take. This is from TLDR. You have to look through the Christian rap piece. It's only a facet. Both FC and NYC are full of smart, hungry, diverse, interesting people who are working to make it. So this was in response to Lorianne. What do I miss about NYC? The ambition, the anything is possible energy. I feel that here on Farcaster, folks building, creating, pushing each other to expand. I like it. And then this was also in response to Pauline. Farcaster just has had this ambitious energy that I miss from New York. So, Adrian, what would you call that?
If only. If only
What is
there was a word.
Is there a word for this?
No.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like genius to me. I don't know about you.
Oh, that word. Yeah.
That word. That was the word. Yeah. That was the word.
Just like a scene.
Like a scene, man.
Full of geniuses.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Creative.
Yeah. See, and then this is really funny too from Jihad. Cities that have the highest percentage of mysteriously unemployed people: New York, Farcaster, LA, Miami, Austin. I was like, wow. I love that Farcaster is in there as a city.
I love it. Network. It's like, I guess Farcaster feels you have network statey.
Very network statey. Yeah. Just a little bit.
I, just so you know, hit number 1 and number 2 on that list. I live on Farcaster. By the way, we've said this before, but in our membership agreement and our partnership agreement, now Nishprof and I, legally you have to put the place of business. So we just wrote it's on Farcaster.
Farcaster is our place of business.
That's our geography.
Yeah. And then we added but for mailing purposes, we added an address. But yeah. But I kind of love that.
But sometimes people ask me what I do, and instead of trying to explain what I do, I just say I'm unemployed. So I understand.
There you go.
Jihad.
Makes it easier. Makes it easier. I didn't pull that cast. There was another cast that was like, what do you do for work? Me trying to explain. I forget what it was, but I forgot to pull it. But it was a funny one. This from Supernon. Jesus gave us the parable of the prodigal son to make this point. Never mind what you've done. It's time to come home. And then it's a list of casters who casted for the first time in a while. including, I think that's Antonio right there, if I remember correctly. So, and Spindle just joined Coinbase. I forgot to pull that one too. So that might be why he's
That's
suddenly casted.
that's 2/3 of Moz in
2/3
that.
of Moz now. I know.
Has
Oh,
casted
that's
in a
right.
while.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Is that
Eric.
Eric? Yeah. So that was kind of funny. And but yes, welcome them back. When you see this cast, welcome them back. We want to encourage them to stick around. But it's fun to see the newbies coming back. I mean,
You will never
not the
see me
newbies,
in
but
that list.
the old ones coming back. Yeah. No, we stay. The purple stays on. There we go. So this from Yo-Yo app. When DWR says launch today, you launch today. Connect your Farcaster. Follow your friends' trades. Trade meme coins. Available on iOS and Android. This is Yo-Yo app. And what it is very similar to Interface, but on Solana. So you can follow what your friends are trading on Solana, get notifications, and then copy trade right from the app. So pretty cool. And so congrats to that. And I think that was was it Alex Grover? I think it was Alex Grover. I think that's who did it. I'm trying to remember. But I think that's who it was. Let me go into this one and make sure I've got the right person. Yes, it was. Okay, Alex Grover. So we're thinking about hopping on the Solana XFC train. Follow your FC network on Sol, copy trade, and earn fees anytime someone you refer trades. So there you go. So very cool. Congratulations, Alex. Nice to see some additional Sol things being developed. This from DWR. Priorities this week, they remain the same. Better on-chain UX in frames, improved invite flow, cheaper signups, Snapchain, app performance, and bug fixes, and apparently a new wallet. Apparently. So we shall see. This is from Toady Hawk. Tomorrow we are piloting a new weekly show about nouns on Zero Rights Media called the Noun Square Weekly. And our first guests will be Peter Pandam and Sasquatch to talk about Nouns esports plans for 2025. We'll also go over the auctions and proposals from the past week and look ahead at the week in Nouns. Plus, we'll be doing some live draws for fun prizes for all those in attendance. See you there at the Square. So that's over on Twitter, but I think you can also watch it on YouTube as well. This is Zero Rights Media, which was the Noun Square, has been doing a daily show for almost 1,000 days coming up. We got like 20 something days left or something before they hit 1,000. But they're no longer going to be doing the weekly show after that 1,000th episode and daily. They're going to be switching to a weekly show. So that's what's going on. So check it out. And then also from Zero Rights Media, Jack and I are yapping together weekly, collect episode 1. So Jack Wilds and Proxy Studio are doing a weekly show about various clankers. So go check that out and see what they've been chatting about. So very cool. And this from Adrian. Here was my first attempt at writing a mission statement for GM Farcaster, written at the start of 2024. Proliferate, educate, and connect the Farcaster ecosystem, serving up news, culture, and education. With the vision for the expanded network, I'd love to include entertain, but then I have 4 verbs, and the odd numbers are always better. Thoughts? So where did you land here? Did you end up making some changes? Where are you at?
Everything's still a work in progress, but I'm working on our media kit. So I actually have this doc that we wrote a year ago that has our a mission statement, strategy, vision, all this content that we wrote and never looked at again.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
And it's great. I was so happy. I actually was able to pull a lot from it, modified a few things. This was way before we had the concept of a network.
Yeah.
So I haven't written everything. I was just reminded as I was doing this of our conversation with Mark Fishman from Friday about First Draft. And he was saying how he regretted not putting things out in public. Like he has a lot of private things, but wouldn't it be cool to kind of point to something that you did in public? And I was later that day, I was looking at this private mission statement. And I was like, oh, okay, I can copy and paste this. I can take a screenshot, but I wish I had casted this. Maybe I did, but
I think we casted it right after. and talked a little bit about it, but we didn't do much with it after that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more like a way to like organize ourselves for the year almost.
Oh, yeah.
Of like what, what are we focusing on? Similar to what Dan's doing with priorities, but that's something new that he's doing too, is sharing that. Like they didn't used to share anything along those lines specifically, not in that way. So I feel like they've been sharing a lot more of like their like priorities and stuff like that a little bit more than they were before.
I think
You
he
don't think
has
so?
in the past talked broadly of like
I feel like it
what
hasn't
was
been
in.
that organized. Like
No.
these are the prior, like, you know what I mean? Like more,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, a little bit more all over the place. It feels a little bit more like focused. So I don't know. But yeah, so very cool. I'm glad she's been working on our media kit so we can get it out there because Eat Denver's coming up. So we want to make sure we're ready to chat with everybody while we're there. Flight, hotel, media passes, podcast studio, karaoke brunch. Now all we need is liquid death and a biscuit, and we're good to go. So this is from last year, Eat Denver. We're going to be dropping our RSVP frame very soon. I'm just waiting to see if we can get the sponsors secured, a couple sponsors secured, so I can put them on that frame and that image. So, but in the meantime, if you are planning to be at East Denver, mark off Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will be throwing this out there. We're going to have the same kind of karaoke brunch we did last year, same location. It's going to be a blast. So you're not going to want to miss it. And then we'll also be in the podcast studio at some point. That's where the liquid death and a biscuit came from. It was really fun. And by the way, is this not the most perfect Adrian face you've ever seen? It is just.
I think people disagreed that I'm too
I think it is.
smiley. Yeah.
I think it looks like a smirk. I think it looks very smirky.
I don't smirk.
I love it. I love this picture
I'm
so
genuine
much.
with no smirking.
No smirking at all.
Yeah,
it's yay.
Lack of official Eat Denver pass. If you're coming in for the weekend for side events, you should be fine without an
You're fine.
Eat Denver pass.
For anything we're doing, you're totally fine. The Farcaster meetup, you don't need the Eat Denver pass. For our event, you won't need an Eat Denver pass. So you should be good. Unless you're going to go to the main venue, you won't need the Eat Denver pass. But that said, they are free.
They are free.
Go pick one up.
As long as you do a little work to get it, which is for the easiest work. It's connecting a wallet or something like that and then filling out a form. But it's worth it. And if you can get in like a day earlier and it's worth it to check out the main.
It is pretty cool. Like the Eat Denver event itself, it's worth a walk around there and checking things out. And there's just some cool little spots there. Yeah.
Right. And that's actually to get the free pass, you have to join Spork DAO, which is free. And then you just have to stake a spork.
Yeah.
Like one spork and then,
Words, normal words. This is normal words. No problem. By the way, this was
stake a spork and
just stake a spork. Normal things. This was in response to Dan's post here, Eat Denver check-in, reply if you're going. So if you want to see who else is going, and that's our picture from last year from the podcast studio. That was before, and the other one was after. After we did 2 hours. But there's lots of folks in here. I see Mia Mace is coming. So lots of folks noted in here. So go check it out and see who's going to be there. So very exciting. So that was before. And this was after. And by the way, the Liquid Death was one of the sponsors of this like little of Eat Denver and the podcast studio area. So that's why the Liquid Death. And for some reason, they had these cookies sitting there, these shortbread cookies. So it was Liquid Death and a biscuit. And I don't know why. So then it just became a thing. It was funny. One last thing, if you have little nouns, if you're holding some little nouns, go give us a vote on Prop 275. This is for a sponsorship for GM Farcaster with little nouns. And we'd love to have that little collab. So go check it out.
Are you feeling confident?
I will feel better later. It's still early. I think the weekend, a lot of people weren't paying attention. So, But look how cute that would look there during our, look at the little logo. I just switched it out and it's so cute.
I'm not sharing.
Oh, no. Just look up in the corner. I just changed.
Oh, you changed.
Watch, I changed that.
Oh, it was.
It was very
Okay,
subtle.
pause. Everyone pause. I need to. Wait,
Up in the
can
corner.
we edit this out? Oh my God.
Isn't that cute?
I totally noticed it. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
so
adorable.
cute. So
It
cute.
actually,
Yeah, it's so cute. And then I also added this so that we could throw that on there for our chat with Luca. I might change it to that for that day. But that also has little nouns glasses. So yeah, I was playing with the logos and stuff. So hopefully we'll have a new sponsor. We should know by Wednesday because voting ends tomorrow. So, oh, there's a little background one too. I added a little background one. There we go. So we're all ready. We just have to get the prop over the line. So if you have a little noun, go give it a vote. Would love your support on that. And that's it, Adrian. Anything else today? I think that's all. Anything else going on?
I guess
about
not.
it. I guess
Excited
that's it.
this week. I guess
Very excited for this week. Yeah, very excited for the week. I think we're going to have, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great week. It's been a crazy weekend. There's a lot going on. I did want to share one more quick thing. If I can find it, hold on. I share a lot of things. I'm just realizing how much
Naomi,
I share.
We are not excited for more tariffs.
No, that's what I was just about to show. No, we are not. So to our Canadian friends, we're sorry. We really are. So there we go. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting week. So if you're not sure why everything's tanking, go check out the news. The regular news. We don't want to bring you all down with all that. But hopefully this will be a momentary thing and we'll be back on track soon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And with that, everyone, oh, yay. Thank you. Thanks, Lynx. We appreciate you. Oops. I did not mean to do that one. All of us. Yes. Many such cases. Lynx. Many such cases. Oh, Lord. Anyway. All right, everybody. That's it for us. We will be back on Wednesday. Actually, tomorrow we'll be back with the hub. You can see the schedule right behind Adrian there. We'll be back on tomorrow, Tuesday, the hub. Wednesday, we'll be back at 11 a.m. with Luca Nets. So a little different time than our usual. And then after that, Vibe Check with Samuel Heber and Dewufi will be on right after our chat with Luca Nets. Thursday, we have not have a Friday show this week. We have a Thursday show with the Pirate, with DWR on Thursday. And then Friday is Farcaster Fridays. So we're bringing back some poker. So if you want to play poker on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, hit me up. Just shoot me a note. And we got to make that happen. And I haven't chatted with Burberry. So hopefully she can play. I don't know. So lots of things to get done today, but very exciting. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Anything else? We good?
Yeah, we're great.
All right. What's Adrian doing? She's pointing behind
her. I'm pointing out the schedule, which is my background.
She's pointing out the schedule. That's what she's doing. And
thanks for hanging out. We love you all.
Version. There you go.
Yes.
The bigger version. And with that, everybody, we're going to call it. Have a lovely Monday. We will see you on Wednesday. And we'll be back with the hub tomorrow. And with that, everybody, bye-bye.